couple of missionary miracle stories. One time my trainer was on an exchange with another sister, and right as we were going to end the exchange, we were meeting in the subway to meet back with our companions, and they saw a man sitting in the internet cafe corner of the subway, and they just felt like they should contact him. So they did. They gave him a pass-along card, and he kind of looked at it like, "Whoa, what is this?" They started talking to him and saying, "Oh, we're from the Church of Jesus Christ." I've never heard of that before. He was from the South, and he was a policeman here in Santiago. Never heard of the church, but he believed in God. He was actually listening on his earphones at that time to some evangelical rock group, and just kind of wondering what he was doing in Santiago. So they talked to him, set up another appointment. It turns out he lived in our area, which was a miracle because we weren't even in our area at the time. He lived in our area. We met with him the next week, and he had read parts of the Book of Mormon and just started learning and was so happy to learn about the gospel. He said, "This is why I came to Santiago." And he was baptized within, it took a couple months because of his work, but you could tell that he was so happy to have found the gospel. Lesson I learned from that is to always contact, especially on exchanges and even at the end of exchanges. Okay, second mission miracle. His name was Guillermo. This was after my first 2 months. We had opened the new area, my trainer and I, and we had spent so much time knocking on doors, tracting like missionaries do. But we didn't have any investigators at the time, and we were praying and fasting to find somebody who wanted to listen to us. Finally, I think on the second fast Sunday, we were in the third hour of meeting, and the other sisters in the ward came into the classroom and said, "Sisters, you have an investigator outside." And we look at each other like, we don't have any investigators. Who could that be out there? And we go out, and this nice 60-year-old man is just looking at the bulletin board in the church, turns and says, "Hi, I'm Guillermo. Can you teach me about the church?" When we started teaching him, and he was so prepared. Like, he wanted to be baptized, and he's still, today, he's still active and so happy in the church. And I know that that miracle was a blessing. Like, it was very merciful of the Lord to give that to us. But it also came from our persistence and hard work, I think, interacting even though it was hard.